Hey everyone, it's Bardowski, founder at Million Dollar Party Girl. Welcome to Facebook Party 3.0 step by step. So first thing you want to do is check your Facebook business page. And if you haven't added the Pages app to your phone, I recommend you do that as well. It's a much easier way to access and manage your business page as well as your Facebook parties if you are creating events from your business page. So 2 updates Facebook has made recently is the ability to get reviews and messages, but you have to opt in. So go to settings. When you go to your business page, it's in the very top over to the right side. You'll see it says settings right on your home page there, and click on that and you'll see reviews and messages. And we've got those pointed out by those 2 pink arrows. The reason you want to do reviews, it's a great part of your party follow-up. After the party, after the customers have gotten their products, you want to pop back into that Facebook party and ask customers to leave you a review. Hopefully they've had an amazing experience and cannot wait to tell the world about you. The reason for that is, besides obviously people coming to your page and seeing that you have 5-star reviews, we'll assume that you will, is that you want to increase your reach and really amplify your message by getting your customers to talk about you, because their friends will see when they have reviewed your page. Depending on their settings, most likely that review will actually show in the news feed that that person reviewed your page. So great way for your customers to talk about you on Facebook and let their friends see your page and then head on over to see what it's all about. And then messages are really important too. As you can see from the view on the right there, I've got a little example. You can now message people directly from a comment on an event on a business page. And this is really important for your Facebook party follow-up, because if you are not friends with the guest, which you might not be, right? If the hostess invited, eventually maybe you will become friends, but initially you're posting as your business page. And even if the hostess created an event herself from her personal Facebook profile, odds are you still are not friends with those people. And the only way to message them is to hope they see that you've messaged them. It shows up in that other file. So most likely they will never see a message from you or think of clicking on that. And so this is really part of the awesome sauce of doing a Facebook party from your business page, is you can not only reply to a comment, but message directly back through a comment. And that's true for an event or somebody commenting on a post on your business page in your regular timeline of your business page. Either place, but again, you have to opt into it. It doesn't just happen automatically. So make sure you've edited that in your settings and you're ready to rock and roll your Facebook parties. All right, so step 1, book more Facebook parties. This training is only going to be helpful if you actually have parties to try it out, right? It's use it or lose it. So I want to make sure you guys have Facebook parties booked and ready to go. So here's just a quick little tip. Reach out to people. This could be a Facebook post, or maybe you send out a couple private messages to your top customers, or even put this in your VIP customer group. Hey, who wants to get a free gift for helping me test out a new Facebook party? So let people know you're looking for some volunteers. And of course, their reward will be your hostess program. You can even do that live, go live in your group and share that you're testing out a new party. You would love some volunteers, and then share what they will get for being a hostess, or use a fun selfie picture of you holding, a fun little gift bag or a present. But get started. As soon as you're done this training, I want you to go book more parties. And that way you will actually be able to use the training that you're learning today. All right, step 2, you've booked parties. Yay! Now you want to start hostess coaching. And so I recommend, if you don't already have what I call a 500 club. Now, 500 club, it could be a 400 club, $1,000 Club. It's a higher level of recognition for top hostesses. We know in direct sales, right? Recognition is a huge driving force. It's a huge motivator. Look at what you and your team achieve when you're getting recognition. And so the same is true for your hostess. Now, $500 club is kind of that average level. And what you want to do is look to see what your average party is. If your average party is $700, obviously you're not going to have a $500 club. You don't want a lower party. You want a higher party. So the whole concept is to raise the bar, increase your show average, recognize your hostess, make her feel like a rock star, but really kind of set the higher expectation there. So if your Facebook party is $700, you might do a $1,000 club. If your average party is $1,000, yours might be a $1,200 club. So the $500 club is for a 400 party average. It raises it up to $100 more. Think about the extra income you'll be earning, the extra products your hostesses will be earning when you raise that bar, and how that will impact to your downline lineage as well. So get everyone on board 500 Club. Now you can recognize your hostess with a graphic that you put on her page. Again, a really fun way to talk about your business without being salesy. After the party, make a fun graphic on Canva and recognize her and thank her for being one of your top hostesses. So this really builds belief. It also communicates teamwork, that you are working together. So you want to use words like team and we, and not words like me, I, or my. It should always be that I'm really excited to work with you. Let's team up together. So again, you're setting that higher expectation that the hostess has to do something. It's not going to happen. A successful Facebook party does not happen, or home party for that matter, by what you do. It's what you and your hostess do together. And that's why it's called hostess coaching. You're not cheerleading, right? You're not like, go, yay. You're like, this is what we need to do. This is the game plan, and this is how we're going to make it happen. And so you want to focus on the wish list. Again, it's how do you motivate your hostess? Well, you could do a recognition, 500 Club. Also, you want to know what is her why. Now, this is probably sounding very similar to what we do to coach direct sales consultants. And so when you become really good at hostess coaching, you're also learning how to become a great direct sales leader and mentor. It's the exact same skill. So make sure you know her why. Why is she having the party? Does she have, her top 5 things that she definitely wants to get for hosting the party? That's how you can keep her, again, motivated, and always remind her of what she's working for. And that's how you get a motivated hostess. And then review the rules of engagement. Now, this can be done in a text message, a Facebook message. I'm a big fan of a personal phone call, or even leave that personal voice message through Facebook Messenger. If you didn't know, you can click on the microphone and leave a voice message, because I find people will listen to that more so than a voicemail message. I don't know what it is, but when you leave a voicemail, how many times have you left people a voicemail message on a phone? Maybe they called you back and they're like, hey, I saw you called. And you're like, well, yeah, I left a message. And they never listened to it, right? They just call you back. So I don't know. It's great to leave a voice message, because then your hostess can really hear your excitement and that inflection in your voice. And that's part of relationship building. So click on that little microphone in Facebook Messenger if you want to leave your hostess a message, and really let her know this is what it's going to take. Let your hostess know that she needs to, invite the guest. Who is she going to invite? How is she going to invite them? When you post, she wants to be right there commenting and possibly tagging friends. Make sure your hostess is the one tagging her friends and not you. That's a whole lot less spammy, right, than you tagging people. But of course, she wants to tag people that are actually going to the event, not, your hostess can be a spammer too if she starts tagging people that have not even shown an interest in going. So let your hostess know what are the rules of engagement. Here's how it's all going to go down and how we're going to have an awesome party. Now, step 3, a key part of your hostess coaching is the personal invitation. And this has never been more true because of Facebook's latest update. Now, I have a graphic there in case you haven't seen, and you probably have noticed this. Again, Facebook is making changes all the time, and they don't always tell us about it. So one of the changes that happened at the end of 2016, depending on when you're watching this webinar, is Facebook has basically bundled or batched all of your notification. You only see the latest 10, and then the rest are hidden. You have to click on all notifications to see the rest. So if your hostess is working a full-time job, and she probably is, odds are she doesn't even pay attention to that, right? She's not even getting the notifications because she's not clicking on that all notifications button. She's just looking at the last few that are happening. So let your hostess know that you cannot depend on inviting on an event and hoping people see a notification to invite people. Personal invites have to happen in order for a successful Facebook party in 2017. And so I use the Red Stamp app. I love it. You can create a really fun graphic that the hostess can text and check the collections, because odds are your direct sales company actually has branded graphics on Red Stamp. It's a free app available in the App Store. Check the collections tab first. See if your direct sales company has a branded graphic in there for you. If not, look for a graphic. It's an invitation that you can upload a photo, and you can create your own branded graphic. So encourage your hostess to use text invites. Now, the reason I like texting is because just like nobody actually clicks on a voice message, for some reason, people could be super busy in the middle of a really important meeting, but guess what? They've got their phone right next to them, or maybe even on their lap, hiding under the table. And people text back immediately. This is why I love text invitations. So for some unknown reason, people will text you back immediately, no matter what they're doing. They could be in the hospital waiting for an operation, and you text them and they text you right back. It's a crazy thing. So encourage your hostess to text people. That's how she wants to invite them to the party. This is also going to build her confidence, because she's going to get instant RSVPs. And if she's got people coming, you're having a party, right? Why do parties postpone? Because the hostess did not take the time to invite people, or she depended on the notifications tab to invite people. And this is true for both home and Facebook parties. And then there you are a day before the party, and nobody is going or responded because they didn't even know the party was happening. So this solves that problem. You also want to let your hostess to limit her guest list. Now, typically, back in the day, we used to tell the hostess to invite at least 40 to 50 to get 8 to 10 people. And because of Facebook, people are now inviting their entire Facebook friend list, and that's just not cool. It comes off as being super spammy. So what I tell the hostess is to invite the same people that you know well enough that you would actually invite them into your home. And this prevents you and your hostess from looking like a spammer. Now, that being said, if you do the event on your business page, it's also shareable. So you definitely want to let your hostess know, yes, do those personal invitations, limit that guest list so they're people that you really know well enough for you to be inviting them over to your home, but share the event on your Facebook page just to say, hey, I'm having this Facebook party if anybody would like to join in. Now, again, another benefit of doing a Facebook party on a business page is it's public. So technically, the hostess does not even have to invite people. They can join the party just by going to the party. They can click going themselves without actually being invited. It's pretty awesome. So all she has to do is share the event and say, hey friends, I'm having this party. If anybody wants to come on over. And that's a great way for you to share it without being spammy. And then I always encourage a prize drawing for the first 10. It gives the hostess something to tell her friends to get them into that event as soon as you create it. So you're actually going to be inviting people before you've created the event. She's already got her list of who's going. Then you create the event, and you can even send the hostess the link right to your event page. Just use the link that's in the top of your browser when you're on that Facebook party event. You can copy paste and send her that link, and she can even send that right back in her text message to all her RSVPs, and they can click going to the party again without being invited, because it's a public event on a business page. So a great follow-up. She already knows who's going. She sends in the event and says, hey, hop in, click going today. My consultant's going to be doing a prize drawing when we get to 10. And then you also want to let her know to share that event, to let their friends can share it, right? Encourage friends to bring friends that would be interested. All right, so here you are creating the event. You've already got people going, yay. So you want to use a couple of key things about creating your event on your business page. It's very similar to creating an event on a personal page with a couple differences. Now, there have been some updates to your Facebook party. So think about creating a photo that evokes emotion or communicates the benefit of your product or the problem you solve, versus collage photos or photos that have a lot of text. Think of that photo as your store window. What is going to draw people in? It's got to look pretty awesome, right? And most are seeing that on their phone, on a mobile view. So you want to have a really attention-grabbing photo. And then the other thing that's really new with your Facebook parties is shorter titles. And you can see from this graphic that Facebook is even telling you, add a short, clear name. I didn't type that in there. That's already there when you go to create the event. Facebook is actually giving you some pointers on how to create an awesome event. So use a value-focused title. Let people know exactly, here's the benefit of coming to this party. And then you can also change your time zone by clicking on, so anything that you see that's highlighted in a different color is clickable. So you see where I have the date and the time, and right next to the time it says EDT, that's Eastern Daylight Time, and it's blue. That means it's clickable. So if I click on that, it'll have a pop-up, and I can actually put in a city and a state. Just start typing it in. Facebook will search it for you and preload it, and adjust the time zone based on the city and state. So you don't even have to know the time zone. And so always use your time zone of the hostess, because odds are that will be the time zone of the people she's inviting. And then you're going to see a little tab for a category. Now this is because, again, because you're doing this on a business page, the event is searchable, and Facebook will actually recommend events based on the category. So you want to use community and then shopping. So if people are searching Facebook and they're looking for community shopping events, your Facebook party could be recommended to them, which is pretty cool. Again, another really great way to increase your reach. Next is your description. Now, again, think about if you were having a home party, even if you've never held one, you've probably had some kind of event at your home with friends and family. And so what's the first thing you do when people walk in is greet them. And so you always want to speak in your own voice as if you were speaking to one person. So you might start just by saying, hey, welcome to the party. I'm so excited you're here. That should be your first sentence. And then after that, give easy peasy details on exactly how to shop. Do you have a website? Put your website address close to the top. Make it really easy to find. And then, is there something they need to attach the party to the hostess full name, or a special link? Again, make sure you're putting that closer to the top so that people can easily figure out how to shop your party. And then you're going to put the rest of your details in your party. Let people know about any sales, specials, exactly what the benefit is, and then just sign the end of with your name and your hostess's name. We're excited to see you on Tuesday, Lynn and Lori. Again, speaking in your own voice. And then Facebook also has a box for tags. Now, tagging on an event is different than tagging your Facebook friends on a party. You can actually tag keywords. And so, again, this will help Facebook show your event to people that might be looking for you. So yeah, definitely tag the name of your direct sales company. So if somebody's looking for product that you sell, they can easily find you. The other thing you'll see is a ticket URL. Now, of course, you're not selling tickets to your event because it's an online shopping party. But what you could put in there is your website address. Now, yeah, it's not a ticket, but just in case somebody clicks it, at least it will go to your website. And then last but not least is your co-host, and this is where you're going to put your hostess name and make her the co-host of your party. All right, here is an example of a Facebook party makeover I did. It's one of the private consultations that I give for a beauty control consultant, and I wish I saved the before photo because it was pretty scary. I was like, oh no, don't use that. It was a collage photo of a lot of before and afters, which are common, right, with skincare. They want to show the before and the after. And I think that definitely has value in maybe one of your pre-party posts, but definitely not for your cover photo because those photos just don't look good. They're just not attractive. So we created this on Canva, just a really eye-catching background. Of course, green. What's the color green? It's associated with fresh, young. It was also one of the branding colors of their company. And then, you know, this cost $1 on Canva to create this graphic. Again, it really communicates exactly the benefit of going to that party to attract more people to click that going button, right? That's your store window. Really simple, has the company name, it's a spa party, but it's the photo that evokes the feeling of what's going to happen when you get here. You are going to have younger, beautiful, glowing looking skin. And that photo says it without having to say it. And I will tell you that after this Facebook party makeover, this consultant went from having $100 Facebook parties to $500, $600 Facebook parties. So it really does make a huge difference. Okay, now if you need some inspiration for your Facebook event title, here's some of the places I look for. It should sound more like a blog or even an article. So magazine covers, you know, next time you're in line at the supermarket, look to see, just glance over and see what's on trend, right, for your company, for your products. BuzzFeed.com, always a fun website to source content for your Facebook page, as well as trending topics, and popsugar.com. And you can just type in the search keywords that relate to your product and your customer and what your customer would be interested in. Now, here's just a quick Facebook party tip. Timing is everything, which is why I use SendShare so I can schedule my post. And the best times to schedule: weekdays, think about it, that's your downtime. right? People are working. That 2 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon is when they go on Facebook. It's like their guilty pleasure. It's their little afternoon break. And then also in the evening after the kids are in bed. Saturday and Sunday, it's the opposite, 10 a.m. to noon, or Sunday night a little bit later, usually after 8 o'clock. So take that into account, and especially take into account if you're on a different time zone than your hostess. So 4 o'clock on the East Coast, right, is going to be 3 hours behind on the West Coast. So if you've been posting, if you've got a California hostess and you live in New York and you've been posting at 8 a.m., it's 5 a.m. to those customers or potential customers. They might have already left the party. I don't know. Nobody wants that notification right before they've had their morning coffee. So timing really is important when you are planning out your post. All right, step 5. Let's talk about your post. So your first one, other than maybe you did a prize drawing because you got 10 people going right away because of your awesome hostess coaching, is your introduction. And I do recommend you go live. It really is your go around for that notification tab, because Facebook is pushing that live video into the news feed. And so odds are much better that people will see it and they will connect with you because they see you live. So what you can do is actually pre-promote when you'll be going live. So you can use a Bitmoji photo, which is just a better, cuter version of ourselves, or a selfie picture, and post on that Facebook event, you know, maybe at 2 o'clock, and say, hey everyone, come back at 8 o'clock. I'll be introducing myself and I'm going to share how you can get a freebie. And so let people know when you'll be broadcasting. It will increase the odds that you have people tuning in. And then just like you do at a home party, right? Tell them a little bit about yourself. Why did you start in direct sales? What do you love about what you do? That's, that's your first sponsoring seed, as we call it. Why people would want to join your team is communicated in your introduction about you sharing what you do and what you love about it. If you need to, use signs to share your key points, because some people might be watching on silent. In fact, 85% of people watching videos on Facebook are watching them on silent. So make some cute little signs. Just remember that you've got to make your text backwards because of the mirror imaging glitch, which has not been fixed as of this recording on Facebook. So you can put your text in a text box and flip the box if you're printing them out on your computer, or just use thin paper with a dark black magic marker. Turn your paper over and trace over it, and your backwards will then be frontwards. And then offer a freebie. This is really my secret part of my strategy, is to take the conversation off of Facebook as soon as possible by asking people that are watching me live to text me to get a freebie. Now, your freebie doesn't have to be a free product. Of course, if you have samples that are affordable, that's the best option. If not, create a free offer. It could be, if you sell Pampered Chef, it could be a recipe. It could be a how-to video, less than a minute, just a quick tutorial with a how-to tip on how to use your product. The whole point is to really learn more about your customer, take that conversation off the Facebook party so you can really have that one-on-one conversation happening in your message via a text message on your phone. And of course, guess what? Now you've got their phone number too. So remember, again, it's a two-way conversation. And so always keep that into an account. If somebody texts you for a freebie, you're going to text back and say, hey, what's your favorite color, or what's your favorite fragrance? Ask a question so that you can send a sample that they would really love. Or if it's a recipe, what's your favorite kind of Are you looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner? You know, do something so that you can have a couple different examples in your wheelhouse so you can really send your customer something that they would love. And then once you're done, go back to edit your video, click on that little drop down arrow in the top right corner, and it'll say edit. You're editing your post, actually, not your video. Go back, edit your post to include more details. Maybe you're gonna put your cell phone number in there and say, hey, don't forget to text me to get your freebie. And then if you see that not a lot of people have watched live, ask your hostess. Again, this is where you're gonna reach out to your hostess. Hopefully she has at least tuned in. Ask her to text the party guest and encourage them to watch and to text you to get their free sample. All right, now you've got a party going. You're on your way. So step 6, your pre-party post should have one goal in mind, and that is to find out all about the guests that are going to the party. Just like a home party, if somebody was walking in, you wouldn't start selling them right away, right? You would be asking them questions. If you sell makeup, you'd be asking them about their skincare. Do they have normal skin, dry skin, oily skin? What are their concerns? Is acne a problem? So whatever your product is, I would post once a day. I don't do more than once a day because I just feel like that's overkill. And every post should ask a question that will help you learn more about your customers that are joining that party. If you have specials for that month or certain savings, make sure you share them. Use original graphics as much as possible. That could be a photo you took yourself or a photo you created using an app like Canva or Photofy or PicMonkey or WordSwag or even Bitmoji. And then check back into that party. Make sure you're replying to comments. And like I said, thanks to that messaging tab that you're opting into, you can even message people directly right through a comment to help them even more with a question or a concern that they have. And then be the expert. You know, as you're going along with your pre-party post, if you see people are excited about something, tune into that and then recommend things to those people that you think they would like based on their feedback. And then make sure you're connecting with your hostess to keep that engagement up. Let her know what's going on in the party. Let her know who's been asking questions so that she can follow up and give shout outs as well. Now, this is another Facebook Party Makeover example. I did this for Sarah McGrath. She's a VIP member, and she sells Jamberry. So we created a fun theme party called Jams That Rock the Runway. This was for the fall season, and Sarah did all the research. She checked out what all the latest fall trends were, and then matched up her Jamberry wraps to coordinate with the trends, which was such a smart idea because who doesn't want to be on trend, right? So lots of value for the people going to that party. Not only did they learn about the fall looks, the fall trends, they got to see how they can then create that with Jamberry. Perfect example of how to create a problem and solve it with your product. Right? The problem was, oh my gosh, I don't have any of these cute fall trends, but I want them. So then they have to have the Jamberry nails is a really affordable way, right? To be on trend and use the things that are already in their closet. They can just do it with their nail wraps. So a couple things I do want to point out. So Sarah created these graphics herself, again, by doing her own research. This was her pre-party post. So she actually named them by each day. And I think the sweet spot is probably, 5 days from start to finish. That gives you time to send samples, do one pre-party post a day, and then go live on the 5th day. So this was her Thursday reveal. So that made it real fun. She told the guests, tune in every day for a fun secret reveal. And you're going to learn about all the fall trends. And this was her last reveal. It was the day of the party. But You can see how she's speaking in her own voice, which I love. She's got that really fun, sassy attitude. And then at the bottom, right, this is where you want to make sure you're making it easy to shop. She put in exactly what the special offer was and then gave a link to her website. That link takes them exactly to the page on her website to find that product. So if somebody maybe couldn't make it to the live party, or they were super excited about that schoolgirl plaid design, they could go right to her website and start shopping and buying. And that's how you start with some of those pre-party orders before you even go live. Create the desire, right? Get them excited about it, but then make it really easy for people to shop and buy. All right, step 7. You've done your pre-party post. Now it's time to check in with some pre-party follow-up. You're gonna reach back out to the guests that you sent samples on. This is now day 4 or even day 5 of the party. Go back and look to see who texted you. Did they get their sample? Did they like it? Again, be the expert. Reach out to people and see how you can help. You might find people are already ready to shop. And then if they're really excited, make sure you're suggesting other items that go with that product. Just keep asking questions. You know, where would they use the product? What else do they need? And then again, check back in with your hostess. How is she doing? Has she, if you send her a catalog, has she taken it to work? I actually tell the hostess to put the catalog in her purse so that she can have it with her at all times. So you're not just counting on Facebook party sales. If you've got a catalog, your hostess can be getting orders outside of that Facebook party. A couple $100 worth of orders, right? She could take it into work. Ask her if she's going to be seeing anybody in those 5-day periods. Is she going to see friends, family? Make sure she's taking that catalog with her. Does she have a hairdresser appointment that week? Take it to the hairdresser. Really work the orders that are above and beyond the Facebook party. And that is also true for bookings. Who does she know that might be her first booking? And then ask her if she's already got those orders, or if you already know she has orders that have come in online, let her know about any early bird shoppers. You can even gift an early bird shopper gift and recognize and reward people that shop early. That really gets the momentum going. All right, step 8. It's time for the party. So you notice most of the whole party's success and result is coming from what you're doing before you even do the party. And I do recommend you go live. So this Facebook Party 3.0, it's less posting, a better experience for the customer, leads to more results because you're going live, building that like, know, and trust factor. So the day of the party, you're going to do your typical hostess roll call, and I recommend you actually use a photo of the hostess instead of those traditional roll call graphics that you see people making. Again, more original photos, the better. That also helps you identify who could be a potential hostess for your hostess, right? The people that are saying how much they love her. Let your hostess know, you know, hey, Laura really is so excited about being here. I can tell she just loves you. You've known each other since 10th grade. Reach out and see if she'll be one of your first bookings. So you're actually tuning into that roll call to see, how do you know your hostess? You know, let us know in the comments. That is booking leads for you. And then once you go live, start right away. Now, it's going to be a little counterintuitive because you're going to go live. There is a little delay. People might not be there right away. Don't worry about it because you never know who's watching on the replay. So if you pause and you spend the first 2 or 3 minutes saying, oh, we're waiting for everybody to come, I'll start soon, they might leave and not come back. So you want to start right away, introduce yourself, and then really focus on the problem you're going to solve. What are people going to learn? What is going to be their takeaway or their big benefit because they watched and tuned in? So for example, for party light candles, you could do, it was the holiday season, I was doing how to make over your holiday table. So I was saying, you know, in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to teach you how to make over your holiday table. If you sell skincare, in the next 15 minutes, you're going to learn how to make your wrinkles disappear. You know, whatever problem you solve, put that best information first. That will keep people listening. And then you're going to put together a whole look. So every product you share should lead to the next product, to the next product, to the next product. So at the end, they must buy the entire look. They're going to want to buy the entire look because the only way for them to get that benefit, the problem you solved, was by using all of those products. Each product builds on the next. You're not just sharing random products. It's one whole look. Think of it as a mannequin in a store, right? You walk in, it's all put together for you, head to toe. The belt, the shoes, the top, the cute skirt. You love it, you gotta have it. The jewelry, it's completely put together for you. And so ask your viewers, this is a great call to action, as you're sharing the products, ask your viewers to comment if they want to add it to their wish list. And again, that's a great way for you to know, okay, who's my potential bookings, who wants those bigger ticket items that they must have to complete that whole look. And obviously the solution to that is to book a party. And then encourage your booking and sponsoring leads with 2 key calls to action. Pick a date, pick a prize, and ask me a question about my job. And you can do that live because you've got a 2-way conversation going. So a really fun way to do the pick a date, pick a prize is to actually have little gift bags with dates on them. Now remember, your dates are going to have to be reversed because of the Facebook mirroring glitch. But that's real fun. You know, people could be picking dates for parties right there, and then you're revealing a prize in the gift bag. Keep it simple. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It could be as simple as free shipping. Honestly, they don't even know what the prize is. It's just really fun because nobody wants to miss out on anything. And so that's how you really boost your bookings. And of course, ask me a question about my job is how you're going to sponsor and get sponsoring leads. Now, remember again, there's probably going to be a little bit of a delay. So if no one's just in the broadcast, so if no one's asking questions right away, don't panic. Just keep talking. Just say, all right, now we're going to play Ask Me a Question About My Job. So the first question most people ask is, how much does it cost to get started? So that's a fun one for you to just kind of start with to get the ball rolling, and then they'll start chiming in. And then of course you're going to be done. Again, go back and follow up. Look at all those comments, private message anybody that needed more information. Make sure you're sealing the deal with your party dates, and obviously you are going to friend them on Facebook and start to let them know you'll get them an invitation that they can start texting that night. And then go back and edit your Facebook Live video so that you can include, and again, you're really editing the post, not the video, but you want to include, go back, put in the product names of everything you shared, put in any savings, any specials you have, and then add your links if you have a website. Here's the products, here's how you get it. Here's a link to learn more about the Hostess program. You can go back and edit that post to include all that information because you don't know when somebody's going to go back and watch, right? Especially on a business page, that Facebook party will live there forever. People could go back and click on that a year later. So you want to have all the information there ready to go. And then step number 9, last but certainly not least, the last post, and I do schedule this 5 minutes after the live party. I do a 30-minute live party, give or take, depending on questions and who's participating, and then go back, and 5 minutes later, I let people know, come back in 5 minutes and fill out your door prize slip. Use Google Forms to create that virtual door prize slip. That is your bread and butter to generate leads. And not just leads for customers, but leads for parties and sponsors. Make sure you tell people anyone can enter. I've gotten tons of leads from people that filled out that form that never attended the live party and never shopped. But they filled out the door prize slip and they booked a party, or they ended up becoming a consultant. So make sure you say anyone can enter the door prize. And then announce that the winner will be picked tomorrow. That gives people 24 hours to go back and watch that replay and still be able to enter your prize drawing. And that could be your live stream the next day, right? The next night, go back, either post a selfie or a cute Bitmoji, or if you can, go live, because that gives you another chance to interact with the guest, remind people about the party closing date, thank people that have shopped, of course, give your hostess a shout out, and get people still excited about shopping in case you might have missed a couple people that didn't get to watch live. And then here's your follow-up course. So right in our members site, just log in, click on the Facebook Parties tab, and I want you to watch the Facebook Live Profits Formula. That will help you get really great at going live on Facebook and teach you exactly what you need to do to get the best results. That's your follow-up course. And then last but not least, we're going to be doing a challenge for the next 5 weeks, depending on when you're watching this webinar. Just go to our Facebook group, the Visionista Connection. If you want to search prior post, just search Facebook Party Challenge, and you'll pull up the prior post. We're going to be doing it every Monday for 5 weeks. At the end, somebody will win a Facebook Party makeover. Yay! And that's a $497 value. That's a one-on-one consultation that I do. It's 2 one-hour sessions with a test party, so that you can, I actually coach you exactly what to do and what to post. Then you actually do it during a test party, so then we can go back and tweak and make it even more awesome. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Get to work, start booking more Facebook parties so you can test out these strategies.